My anxiety levels were quite high for a good 2 years. I would wake up having panic attacks and I'd get cramping in the stomach and I would just feel it come up and sit in my chest like a big sumo wrestler was just like sitting on my chest. And that's how it would feel.
Natalie Piscopo is one of 2 million Australians who experience anxiety. Eager to find a natural solution, she turned to a traditional remedy common in the South Pacific Islands.
Kava for me, I had heard about it through a cousin who is studying to be a naturopath, and she's like, why don't you try this? So I was willing to give anything a go. I've actually been using kava for about 5 years. I am a health freak. I love my exercise, but on the flip side, I also love, natural therapies, hence why I do use kava.
Kava, for some people's memories that have travelled to Fiji and Vanuatu, for example, is that they're used to sort of being that muddy, sort of mouldy tasting water, which they get in the ceremonies. So kava is a South Pacific medicinal plant. The part of kava which is used is the rootstock, and that is ground up, it's pulverised and then put into water usually, and then the chemical constituents known as kava lactones are drawn out into the water, and people will consume those in liquid form, or the kava lactones can be put into capsules or tablets or even tea bags.
Professor Jerome Sarris is from the NICM Health Research Institute. His studies focus on how plants like kava can be used beyond their cultural purposes.
So over the last few decades, the science has realised really how special the kava plant is. We've had an abundance of research. The majority of it has shown that kava is effective in a large amount of people for reducing their general stress levels, their day-to-day anxieties.
The physical effects as a result of taking kava, I've noticed, is just the calmness and just the, just the relaxation, but even the way you interact in day-to-day life. I would be in situations at work or, put in a situation where I'd usually panic, but I found myself just calmer, not that instant, that tight chest pain.
I think if people stick to the dosage guidelines and use a high-quality kava product and it's appropriate for their health, then I think there's no problem in terms of kava consumption.
Don't be ashamed, don't be ashamed of having anxiety. So many people don't talk about it. And it's only, I think, of late, the last couple of years, we've really put a focus and emphasis have gone into anxiety and different things we can do for it, and natural therapies, and kava's just right up there. I hope that everyone gets as much use and comfort from kava as I did.